So we have a little play first. I don't know what's happening next because nothing has been arranged really. So this is a bit of an ad hoc impromptu play and performance. So please be understanding. Please be understanding. Even if you're not enjoying it, pretend you are. Okay? Pretend you're really enjoying it. Okay? So now the play, and now the microphone goes to you. Okay?
A sleazy bar, somewhere in the underground of fairy tale land. Inside, an unattractive princess with huge feet. What could happen if she met a young, handsome prince? Huh? What is this cripple of a knight doing here?
What do you want?
One martini, please. The cheapest one.
Let me guess. Shaken, not stirred.
Who cares? Just give me the cheapest one and don't ask questions.
Alright, one martini coming right out.
Thank you. A damsel in distress. What is such a beautiful princess doing in a sleazy bar like this?
And what is such a grinning, toothless, clunking piece of a man doing talking to a woman like me?
I was dazzled by your beauty, therefore I allowed myself to endeavor to inquire about the reason of her foul mood.
Just sit down and shut up.
With pleasure. You haven't any need of my services. I am Sir Glendor Frederick Alphonse of Schwanderburgia III, son of Glendor Frederick Alphonse of Schwanderburgia II, who was the son of Glendor Frederick Alphonse.
Okay, I get the picture. Do you have any other accomplishments apart from ancestors able to procreate and complete lack of common sense for inventing names?
Glendor is an ancient and very proud name. Of course, Mommy always called me Big G.
You know, Glendor sounds like a Latin word for bladder, or something equally disgusting.
Anyway, to cut a long story short, I solve problems.
What kind of problems?
I slay dragons, impale vampires, draw away demons, burn witches, save princesses in despair, occasionally get rid of tweaked stepmothers, all of course for a reasonable price.
Do you have
Oh, and once I've even dug a moat.
Oh, that must have been a huge accomplishment. Do you have a business card?
Oh yes, surely.
Great.
Well, fortunately for you, I'm currently in search of a quest after that last time.
Oh, what happened, oh noble Big G?
My story is full of twists of fate, living on the edge, and dancing on the thin line between life and death. It happened not long ago. I was a young, successful, though maybe not so good-looking knight of armor. I received a challenge. I was to save Sleeping Beauty from the claws of her terrible curse. Unfortunately, I was not the only knight employed to fulfill this noble mission. As you see, the precious father of the Sleeping Beauty wanted a guarantee of her saving, so he hired another bounty hunter. Yet, this bounty hunter, let's call him Bob, proved to be a vicious competitor. He tampered with my armor. He dismantled my knee pads so that I couldn't bend my knees, and crouch when necessary. To make it worse, I also got tangled in the rose bushes and spent the whole day trying to free myself. At the literal end of the day, as I finally managed to cut my way through the shrubbery, it turned out that the dragon was sound asleep and the princess was dead.
Oh, and what happened next?
It was a tragedy. I had to conquer the staircase leading to the princess's lair. It was a painful experience, believe me. I stumbled about 5 times and twisted my ankle. But I finally managed to reach the end of the staircase. I entered and saw a tragedy. The story goes as follows. Bob, unable to see much under his helmet, tripped over the pedestal and broke his neck. Unfortunately for me, he fell on the sleeping princess and she suffocated under his dead, 300 pounds corpse. I ended up with nothing but a faulty armor and twisted ankle.
C'est la vie.
And what is your sad story?
My story is short, plain, and simple. I was engaged to a prince, who you might know under the nickname the Cinderella Man. We lived in a beautiful castle and were surrounded by a lot of servants, and life was beautiful. Until he decided to have a ball in his honor. You probably know the rest. Cinderella came, all dressed up nicely, and my beloved prince fell in love with her and dumped me. And he even gave me a reason. He told me I had too big and too unattractive feet. Come to think of it, Cinderella actually does have petite, nicely smelling feet, but never mind. Do you want to know the real story behind Cinderella?
Oh, surely.
I can tell you. I've known this girl since we were both little girls. And I can tell you that from the very beginning, she has been a conniving, slick little vixen. She arranged the whole thing. She didn't have to leave the ball at midnight. She just wanted to leave my prince in the state of a growing passion. She was never forced to lift a finger in the house. The stepmother and the stepsisters were all in it. It was just a great scheme, a three-ring circus, just to take my prince away from me. And now I am here talking to you, drinking this beer in a sleazy bar, and my prince and Cinderella are in this beautiful castle together. Life is depressing.
Oh, pull yourself together.
I don't have a lever to pull myself together.
By the way, what is your name, adorable princess?
I used to be Princess D. D is delightful. Right now I'm Princess D. D like depressed, disgraced, dishonored, disengaged, dilapidated.